Vegas to Wonderland. 13 Action News' Amy Abdelsayed shows you how cat Tatz is bringing a fantasy world to the Las Vegas Strip after landing a coveted contract with a big-time art gallery.
If you think Las Vegas is a trip, Cat Tatz is offering a chance to go deeper down the rabbit hole.
I am Cat Tatz, and I am an artist in Las Vegas, and you can find my work at Park West Gallery.
The homegrown artist recently won Park West's first ever Made in Vegas art competition, beating out nearly 500 impressive submissions. And true to its name, Cat is a longtime Vegas local inspired by the city where she grew up.
How can it not, with all the neon signs? And I mean, that's the first thing that I remember when my mom drove me into Vegas when I was 4, was the turquoise color of the Caesar's Palace. Was unbelievable. It was night, and I use that color in a lot of my paintings now. Even to this day, it's like one of my favorites.
A common theme in her work? Lewis Carroll's famous fantasy fiction, Alice in Wonderland.
Some say to survive it, you need to be as mad as a hatter.
A lot of my paintings depict a different viewpoint of Alice in Wonderland. I'll have her a lot of times transitioning, like here she's transitioning into the white rabbit, and she's growing the fur, and she has the ears coming down, but she's still Alice.
Her style is broad, and her work uses a wide range of techniques.
I do pop surrealism art, lowbrow art. I kind of like the fantasy, a lot of impressionism as well. So I like to change up a bit when I get bored.
Just look at her submissions for the Made in Vegas competition. Stevie Nicks could almost have been painted by another artist. All 3 of these, of course, were painted by Cat. One of the paintings continues from the canvas onto the frame itself, something she does quite often.
I like to take the fantasy and bring it out to the reality, which is the frame to me.
When she submitted her work for Made in Vegas, she said it didn't go down like you might assume.
I had a hospital stay a couple of months ago. And, you know, I was like out of it, and I was scrolling through Facebook because there's nothing else to do. And I saw the Made in Vegas art competition, and right then I'm like so delirious, right? But I'm applying for it, okay? And I sent in my 3 pictures, and then when I got accepted and they told me that I was one of the 10 finalists, I couldn't remember what I sent in.
Another thing about Cat, she's largely self-taught.
My dad and my mom got divorced when I was 4, so he very rarely came to see me. But the one memory that I do have is he taught me how, at 4 years old, how to measure out a face and what the dimensions were and how to line it out. And then when he left, I had a hero worship on him, by the way. And then when he left, I just did that over and over and over and over.
Her mom was also an artist.
A doll sculptor, and so she would make porcelain dolls and compete in competitions. She always won.
Cat studied at UNLV and has attended artist workshops around the country, which overlaps with another passion of hers.
I like to travel. That's like my favorite things.
Closer to home, you can find her work at several spots.
An amazing gallery inside the Grand Canal Shops, Art to Art Gallery, let's see, Las Laguna Gallery in Laguna Beach, California.
She also has a piece inside Allegiant Stadium, and of course you can find her work inside Park West at Caesar's Palace. She used to have her own gallery, one that she owned for several years.
I feel like I learned so much from owning a gallery.
But then COVID-19 hit Las Vegas.
I got really lucky because my lease was up exactly when that hit, so I didn't renew.
She says she actually got busier when she increased her online presence after closing the brick and mortar location down.
I kept the name because I love, even my website, I love it, wonderlandgallery.com. Not to plug anything.
The pandemic only emphasizing one of the reasons Cat says art is so important for society.
Art is incredibly historical in a way, and it shows where the current trends are.
Learn more about Cat's work and where to find it at ktmv.com. For How to Vegas, I'm Amy Abdelsayed.